Hello everyone, and welcome back to Vintage Story. Since the last episode, I got a basic windmill set up. I headed out to mine some resources for steel making. With the windmill, I attached the newly made pulverizer and set to breaking down some resources. I harvested the onions and flax. Finally, I got the raw refractory bricks firing in some pit kilns. Which brings us to the present. In this episode, we need to clear out a room where the cementation furnaces will be. I'd like to get our first batch of steel going. And to actually use that steel, we'll need an iron anvil. Another thing I want to note is that I got some ceramic hives going for the bees. And I also got the ceramic hives that are already over there properly set up. I had to set some skeps to populate and then right click on the ceramic hives with them. So I'll have to do that as well. I cut down a load of the trees, a lot of the oak and I believe pine and birch. I still have to chop down a few others, I think, like the kapok and the acacia there. And then I also replanted some and whatnot. And then otherwise, we did have, we might have had more now, but we had at least one of the sows give birth to some piglets, so we got those going. And it looks like our refractory bricks are actually finishing up as we speak. So we'll go ahead and grab these up. There we are. Got just shy of 4 stacks, which I believe is enough for one of the cementation furnaces. I was kind of reminded and surprised about how expensive they can be. But yeah, the windmill is set up right up there. Again, just pretty basic. Although I do really like that location for a windmill or something, just because I think it's really cool. I was thinking maybe somehow adding some sort of maybe like a walkway, or at least a way to get up into that spot, because it's a nice little flat area and it could be kind of a cool little area, especially, you know, you have that waterfall. It could go down there, and actually the waterfall could continue. I think that'd be like almost a perfect channel for it to go into like a little pond or something. I mean, there is this pond down here, so, you know, that could be cool. But yeah, for now, I just got that set up. Figured it made sense to do it up higher. I think you get a buff that way as well. And then, yeah, like I said, I harvested a lot of the, or all the flax. I got some rye replanted there, and then I replanted the flax where the rye was at. Not all of it. I just did one. I will probably end up doing some more. Looks like our turnips are almost ready. And then I replanted the onions in the same spot. So, and it looks like a lot of our berries are ready to be harvested, so I'll probably do that as well. And then the haul from the farms, we got 12 stacks of onions here. We got 12 stacks of flax grain here, plus some more, quite a bit more. And then here's the rye grain. So we're sitting pretty good on those items for now. We're gonna have more turnips, more onions, some more flax grain and rye grain coming in, so that's good. I still need to organize the chests, because, yeah. I did end up getting rid of the decorative signs as well, because the hitbox made clicking on here really annoying. It just, I don't know, there's something about it that I thought it wouldn't bother me as much or annoy me as much as it is. So, and then in here, we've got, I smithed a solid iron door for the cementation furnace, as well as a couple other bits that we'll need for steel making. We're just running around collecting some berries, and I hear the telltale rumble of lava. Oh, okay, we have lava here. Don't know how useful that is, but interesting. Feels like there's more over that way. Anything else interesting? What do we got back here? We have rich lead and some medium lead. Okay. Pretty cool. I actually have, you know, we're just out here, not very far from the base, so I've never actually explored this area. Looks like, yep, some fun fellas down there. Alrighty, I went around and gathered up a bunch of meat and whatnot. Ended up spending most of the day doing that, and then also gathered up some more berries and what have you. I got the ceramic pots ready, but we have a ton of berries, and I would like to use to juice a bunch of them. Whether or not we'll actually drink the juice, we'll see, but to do that, I think this place is getting a little bit tight. Now, I don't want to go that way or that way too far, just because obviously this way will lead out into the hall eventually, and then that way I don't have anything planned as of yet, but so I'm going to move some of this stuff, but let's go ahead and go through here. Let's lead back into the room. Oh. Hello. What do we got in here? A tin bucket handle, a bunch of random stuff. Interesting. And then a storage vessel with nothing in it. Huh. Well then, this is... this has been hidden behind our walls this entire time. Alright, got everything sorted in here, got our food cooked, moved the honey over, and got these barrels set up. So, let's start juicing some fruit. Now, I did kind of reorganize now, but we're gonna grab up all of the cranberries, because I think that'll be the first thing I juice. So, you can do half a stack at a time. Now, with cranberry juice, you make cranberry wine, I think by sealing it in a barrel. And then if you have a distillery, which, interesting, I didn't even know if this stuff existed. But yeah, we got a lot of cranberries to mash here, so I'm gonna mash all these. And I believe with the actual cranberry mash, you can feed it to your pigs and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. Wonder how long it lasts to store. Probably not super long. Otherwise, we can just use it for rot, which is always a great use of it. You joined me at the beehives, and it looks like stuff is ready. So we'll just run around, and it looks like all we have to do is grab these off. Let's move that outside one more spot. These ones aren't fully ready, which is fine. That one is. So it looks like all you do is then you bring these out, put them on the ground, and harvest them with a knife. Just like that. And we got those. And we can pick these up again. Like so. And place them back on. So that's a pretty cool process, pretty easy. And then we'll just have to get 6 more skeps with some bees in it. The nice thing is that it doesn't actually kill the... Like, you don't have to break the nest or the hive or whatever. We got 19 honey there. Now, I am going to have to make some more skeps and go over to the bee hole and get some more populated skeps that way. Also, I found another bit of meteoric iron over here buried in some trees, which is funny, but yeah, it just goes to show how much you can live in an area and then just not notice everything until much later. Also wanted to quickly check this tree. So 15 days until we got some pears and whatnot, but eventually I do want to make an orchard. I should probably get it set up this year. Now, we went ahead and juiced all of the berries, at least, not all of them necessarily, but most of them. Ended up getting 130 liters of cranberry juice, and I got 2 of them sealed to make wine, and then we also got 50 liters of blackcurrant juice, which I just sealed to make some blackcurrant wine. So that's pretty awesome. We do have all of the pigs grown up, it looks like. So I believe we can feed them this mash. The rest of this mash is only good for a short period of time. So, and we have so much grain and whatnot, it doesn't really matter. I can just feed them the flax grain. But I did end up killing a bear when I was chopping down trees. I forgot to mention that. It just wandered up. And then I also noticed when I headed out over this way, and I noticed that there was another bear kind of in this area. I also went up here and dug up this higher fertility soils so we can get rid of that. But now we can go ahead and probably get started through here on the steel making area. So we'll go ahead and probably get started on that. The entire smithy is coming up pretty well, but I did take a little break and notice that we got 3 stacks of rot. So we're just gonna toss those into these barrels, seal them up, and keep producing more compost. We're about halfway on the rest of them, so doing pretty good. Now, let's head on down. It is medium rift activity. It was high most of the night, but this is where we're at right now. I got the ceiling pretty much done. It's the exact same ceiling in both rooms. I actually think it's the same length too, but that's fine. I don't mind it. But I figured we would get started on actually putting the furnace in. Let's go ahead, grab the rest of the stuff for the cementation furnace. Now, I do need 6 of these grates, which, okay. And then I believe that is everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and make up these. Pretty much just no reason not to make as many as you can. I know that I may need more later, but we have 4 left over. But 56 refractory bricks, I believe, will be enough. We'll just toss that stuff back in there. And I should have dug this out, but I'm going to go ahead and dig this out real fast. The space it will need, and then be right back with you. Alrighty, I believe I have the shape dug out, so we're going to go and put down these gratings, like so. And then you place the coffin on there. And with that, you can actually show the structure. So there are 55 blocks, it says, that are missing. All right, and then if we show it again, it says 2 blocks are missing or wrong. And it should just be the door. and now there's no more preview, so it is ready to go. So you'll take iron and coal or charcoal, or I think black coal works, and then I believe you alternate between layers, which this also means I need to get another charcoal pit going because this is expensive, and you plonk those down on top, and then the last thing we need to do is go underneath. So I have a room that needs to be dug out this way, so I'll do that quick and then we'll continue on. Alright, just gonna chisel this down. I really need to make a hand planer that'll make breaking the blocks down to the thinnest layer easier. Just kind of open it up like this. And next we'll need to back up this coal. Half a stack's worth. And then just grab this torch. Should just be able to go ahead and light it. Now, if we run back up here, store quick, run back up here, it should be going. Yep. Amazing. I think I need to make a rather large pit kiln, or not pit kiln, sorry, charcoal pit, because as you can see, that was pretty expensive to fire, and that's not even all the coal that we'll need. It's going to continue to it burns in like stages, more or less. Once that stage is done, it'll need more charcoal. All right, got this 5 by 5 by 5 charcoal pit ready to go. I'm gonna fill in the rest of the gaps, put that there, throw that on, and there we go. You should start seeing, yep. That's gonna be quite a lot of charcoal, hopefully. Haven't done a 5 by 5 by 5 pit in quite some time. Hopefully, at some point soon, I want to get an area figured out where I can have a couple smaller charcoal pits set up. Probably just a few 3 by 3s. Because the 5 by 5, while it's great, it just takes so many logs that it's kind of just too much. Because I went through, honestly don't know, I went through all of the birch I had, which was, I don't think it was quite a full trunk, and then, whoa, that spun around. I went through pretty much all the maple here, and then quite a bit of the oak I had too. But that is okay. We'll have some good things to show for it. Now we can run over here and just take a quick look. And it's an 8% complete. And then let's head down here. And yeah, looks like we've gone through 6 or 12 charcoal in total. So we'll just let that keep going. I think in the meantime, we're going to make an iron anvil. I have some borax already to go. I think you only need 1 piece. If not, I know where there's some more over here. Got everything set up and ready to go. Just have to start these. Now, I believe it should take 10 ingots to make the 2 pieces of the anvil. I am going to fire them all at once. Maybe not the best idea, but it'll be okay. So the way it works is you make an anvil base and an anvil top, and then you'll use some of this powdered borax to just, you'll put the base on the ground, put the borax on top, and then hammer them together. Alrighty, let's go ahead and grab some of these ingots. Let's grab 4. Now we want the anvil base. So as you can see, it's quite complicated. Well, it was quite the process, but I got those all forged up. Go ahead and put that there. Let this heat up a little bit more, and then I think we grab the borax, put it there, and then you just start hitting the top with your hammer. I think it takes 10 hits maybe. And there we go. There is our iron anvil. And we can replace the old tin bronze one. We'll just put it there for now. And then if you can see the top left, we have a temporal storm approaching. I'm pretty sure it's a heavy one. Ready for round 2 of firing the charcoal. And only have 8 left. Put those away. However, the charcoal pit is done, so we're gonna go dig that up quick. There we go. Almost 12 stacks of charcoal. So we should be good for a little while. I did end up breaking a bit of one of the shovels, which is totally fine. I'm probably just going to leave that there for now. I'll end up filling in that hole eventually, because somewhere along like where the river's going, I want to put in like charcoal burning stations. Well, there we are. We got most of this room decorated. There's still some stuff I need to do up here, which is why I am about to make a whole bunch of fire clay, because it calls for some different fire clay bricks. Now, I also made this little like quenching tank, more or less. I don't know if this will work in 1.22. I don't know if we actually need like a barrel or something, but if we do, we can always put it there. One of the nice things about it, though, is that it has or I can attach this tool rack to it, so I don't have to run all over here for tools, but if we have to move it back, we can. The other thing you'll see is I updated the shelves with like kind of like their final models, and then also I have this trim running around, and I find that I actually really like it. It's a little detail, but it just adds a little something to the rooms. I'm not going to do it in like the halls or the main hall here. Just in the rooms. I need to do it in this storage room as well. But this is kind of just my catch-all workshop, as it were. Now, move the iron ingots here. The plan is this will be like the ingot table up here. Actually, I think this area will be like our just random stuff, you know, put the old anvil up there, stuff like that we don't actually use. Now, I believe I would imagine our turnips and the other thing, turnips and maybe the cabbages are ready to go. Let's get these firing. Okay, looks like cabbages are almost done, but I would imagine all of these are done. So let's go ahead and get these turnips harvested. Well, I got just over 6 stacks of turnips. I accidentally broke a cabbage annoyingly with the scythe, but it's not the end of the world. This flax is still growing up. And then our onions are slowed down quite a little bit, but they're getting there. That's okay. Now, I'm going to also need to go and get some andesite from down here, so I'll have to sail down that way. That'll probably be done in between the episodes. I would have liked to have gotten the interior of the cementation room, whatever you want to call it, finished, but as I don't have the fire clay needed, I unfortunately am not going to be able to get it done. This will need refilled here shortly, which is fine. I actually forgot that I needed to make fire clay bricks, but we'll see how much time I have left for this episode. I feel like it's getting kind of longer. I need fire clay bricks for in here too for the coke ovens. These 6 spots will be where some blueberries go, and then I could probably actually do the top pieces. Alright, get these vent hoods put in. So pretty much it's just those hoods, just slightly different. And then, like I said, the bloomeries will go here. I need to extend this basalt cobblestone in. I don't know how much, if I have any more available. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. I'll dig this up, and then, yeah, after this I'll have to see how much time we have left for the episode and go from there. Figured I would just use what little bit of fire clay bricks I had to do these two, but that's essentially what it looks like. I put the anvil there, you know, because it leads into the into the smithy, and then these ones are blank. I don't have any designs yet, just like kind of the outside, but I'm gonna have 2 more right here, and then this uneven large fire clay bricks, this running bond, I guess it is. I'm gonna have cover up the refractory bricks on both sides, and then there's gonna be like an archway made out of it here, and then I'm just gonna have normal fire clay bricks in here for the coke ovens. Now I do need to go ahead and quickly add a bit more charcoal to the old steel pit here, or the cementation furnace. Oop. I think I just drew on a block on accident. That's okay. Grab this, light it back up. That way, let's put away this charcoal again. Yeah, as you can see, we're just burning through it already. We still have a little over 10.5 stacks, but we're at 40% complete. So, not even halfway there yet. Now, these pillars might change. I realized how boxy they look, but at the same time, I don't dislike the look of it. We can run over to the bees quick. I did end up getting the last of the ceramic hives filled with the skeps from from the coveted bee hole. I'm gonna run over there quick, and I believe everything should be good. Actually, it looks like it's all ready to harvest, so I'll probably do that in between episodes. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. I think that's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more of this series, consider dropping a like and subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. I hope to catch you all in the next episode. See ya!